one to understand my ups and downs. There you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop and thank you, baby. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
And I am delighted to be able to do a second officiating for this couple, which we all know that they're already married, November 17th, just as a matter of fact. You know, we're gathered here today to witness this reaffirmation of their ceremony just 2 months ago. And I want to ask that you give your loving support to this couple from this day forward. That doesn't mean you're going to their house and washing their car or writing out their checks, but they would be very pleased if you did. What I'm asking of you is those of you witnessing their promises that they again make today, will you do all in your power to uphold these two in their commitments? And if so, will you audibly say, we will? We will. And I say, great. Amen. In fact, let's bow our heads in prayer. Okay. Thanks. Perfect. Go ahead and close your eyes if you will, or not. Our Father who art in heaven, at every turning of life's way, we stop to seek your guidance and always your blessings. We thank you that you are love and that you have created us in your own image. We thank you for planting the love of both Erica and Ray in one another's hearts. And we ask that you richly bless these two lives, which will continue to be made one with this bond of love. May they live each for the other and both for you. May their home be your abiding place in their constant quest. We thank you for all of your blessings, and we say this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. You can open your eyes now. So, Erica and Ray, in this quiet and sacred hour, you now appear once again to solemnize your marriage publicly on the West Coast. The covenant that you've already made in your own hearts, which you did a while back. You're also here to receive the divine blessing which seals this spiritual union. There are no ties on earth more sweet and tender than those that you are assuming, and there are no vows more solemn than those that you are again to make. There's no human institution more sacred than that of the home that you have already established. A true spiritual marriage is the holiest of all of our earthly relationships and should be entered into reverently, thoughtfully, and with full understanding of this sacred nature. Do you both understand this? Oh, good, then I'll continue. On this very special day, no doubt you're thinking most of your already enjoyed honeymoon, Palm Springs and all the warmth, and you're thinking of other wonderful things coming about in your lives. But I want to tell you some truths which you probably are already aware of. And there could be some challenges in your marriage and your relationship. But here's the truth. Your love can meet them all. That's how it works. You're performing an act of faith. You're believing in each other to the utmost. It's my hope that you will always remain confident and sure with one another, unmoved in your devotion and your love with one another. You should have the power to love each other more and more indefinitely. And the larger the love becomes, the more lovable do the objects of that love become. You'll like it. You know, we hear this at most weddings about what love is about. And I'm going to say it again because it's actually quite pertinent and it stands real strong. You guys look in each other's eyes because you're marrying each other, repeating your vows to each other, not me. This is how love is supposed to be, and for all of us, we can remember the same. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and yes, endures all things. Please let this be so with both of you. Now, at their first marriage, they had some words of love that on each of their anniversaries, they're going to be reading them to one another. I presume that you will be. but not shared at this time. I'm sure they'll send us an email copy if we'd like, though. So Erica and Raymond, today your separate lives, with their individual memories, desires, and hopes, they merge into one more fully today. Will you bring to this new life, each for the sake of the other, the best that you have in you? Will you promise to recognize the other as an individual, striving always to be conscious of the other's development as well as your own? And will you seek through kindness and understanding to achieve together the life you have envisioned? And will you try to express at all times and under all conditions the highest and the best that you know? And if so, as you look at each other, the answer is simultaneously, I will.
I will.
Ooh, perfect. So, Erica and Ray, do you both once again take each other as husband and wife? Whose hands that you hold right now that be each other? And do you promise that you will love and honor and cherish and obey? Forget the obey. To get along with each other until all of your life circumstances are completed? And if so, look at each other and the answer is at the same time, I do.
I do.
And once again, they do. Now, after me, I want you to repeat these words to each other at the same time. Here's the surprise part I told you about. I freely give you my devotion.
I freely give you my devotion.
I give it as joy,
I give it as joy,
never to burden.
never to burden.
I free you with my loyalty.
I free you with my loyalty.
I love you for what you are,
I love you for what you are,
and even more,
And even
and
more,
even more.
I love you for what you mean to me.
I love you for what you mean to me.
I give you the shelter of my strength
I give you the shelter of my strength
and the constancy of my friendship,
and the constancy of my friendship,
as God has given us love.
as God has given us love.
So do I give to you.
So do I give to you.
Now, you've already exchanged rings in the past. Would you like to take them off and do that again?
What do you think? All right.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I get it. And then I get to decide if I'm
one's
giving
mine.
them back. Yeah. The rings have a symbolic reason that we wear them. They're an unending circle. They're made out of a precious metal. Well, a wedding is precious. Love is precious. And these are tokens. They don't make your wedding, your marriage, your life work. They just add to it so that when you look upon your hand, you can go, oh, he loves me. She adores me. And you win. So I say, once again, I'm sure you had them blessed. Dear Lord, please bless these rings who Ray and Erica, who give them, may ever abide in your love and enjoy the wonders of their marriage together. And upon her eager left hand, it's pretty eager. Oh, he's already put it on there. It's so quick. He's already done. Okay, well, repeat with me. With this ring I thee wed. Do it really fast.
But this we got the what?
With the giving and receiving of this ring,
Giving and receiving this ring.
we are one.
We are one.
And with it I give to you
And with it I give to you
all the treasure of my mind,
all the treasure of my mind,
my heart, and my
my
hands.
heart, and my hands.
I am with you now and forever. Upon his eager left hand. Ooh, eager. Say these words to each other, or to him rather. With this ring I thee wed,
With this ring,
with the giving and receiving of this ring,
with the giving and receiving of this ring,
we are one.
we are one.
With it I give to you
With it I give to you
all the treasure of my mind,
all the treasure of my mind,
my heart, and my hands.
my heart, and my heart.
I am with you now and forever.
I am with you now and forever.
And you can go ahead and rejoin your hands. I want you to be aware that wherever you are, the divine love of God will always be sustaining you, enfolding you, and prospering you in that which is good. And I am ministering in the name of God. And I recognize that authority that is placed in me not only in the state of California, but all over the world. And I now pronounce for a second time for you guys that you are married, and how honoring it is to do a second service. The depth of your love gets to be seen by others, and there isn't anything in the world that lifts us more than love. You're adding to peace in our world and to joy and happiness in our world. So personally, I thank you very much because we certainly need it. In their previous ceremony, they had one of my favorite writers, James Stillett Freeman, had a reading. So we're going to do that to tie in the two services that they've done. And again, you look at each other. This is easy. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements that a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. And so let it be with you, Erica, and with you, Raymond. And may you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another and not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise and often say, I love you. And take no notice of small faults. Should you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you enter into the mystery which is the awareness of one another's presence, which is no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it in making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it in loving one another. And I say, dear God, thank you. Thank you, dear Lord, for your presence here with us and your blessing upon this marriage once again. And I say this in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And that's your favorite part. All right, let us bow our heads. Our great, our tender presence, our dear Heavenly Father. We know that your everlasting arms are around and about these, your children. And we ask that you bless their home as well as their child who will be arriving in May. They will always be looking to you for strength and guidance, for peace and joy, and they shall be kept aware of your goodness and upheld by your love. And at this time, in our own silent and our own personal spiritual way, please give your blessing. You bless each other, not your marriage. Erica and Ray, we know that you to bless and guide and guard, and will be supported always by God. And we know that God will keep you now and forever. Once again, you are free to kiss each other and seal your vows and covenants with a big kiss in front of everybody who's watching. I hope you're very comfortable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time in their lives, here we have a very, very happy married couple. Let us congratulate them from here forward.
Thank you.
I told you to be silly and fun. Well, you already did it. Again. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, now you get to go hug everybody. But you have to stay together sometime. Holding hands, not unlocking. I'll tell you about that. See, it got to be fun. That's what's fun when you're already there.
the opportunity to do that. And I'm just so proud of you, Ray, and I love you, Erica. It's just like everybody's just fitting in really well, and I feel so grateful and blessed that we all came together. And these are the people in my life that know some of the story and some of the people that don't know some of the story. But essentially, we met up again after 47 years, after he was adopted. So it was always my prayer and my wish, and it's here, and with more additional love and beauty and a child on the way, full of possibilities, and I'm really happy to be a part of your family.
Make all of us cry.
It's so wonderful. Yeah, and I made a movie about it, but technology, I can't figure it out. Unless my brother figures it out, I'll let him figure out the technology.
Yeah, there you go.
But I made you guys a movie because of my relationship with you and getting to know you too. And it was amazing because Ray met us both again. I'll sit down for this one. After Erica was in Ray's life in high school. And so basically they lost touch with each other, and we all met in the year of 2015. Like within months.
Wow.
And Erica, they were in love in high school, and then they went their own way, and then they met up again, and it was like right at the time. So it was, the movie is about us being destined for us to come in each other's lives.
It'll be on Netflix.
Well, it's on YouTube. Don't tell anybody. It's already on YouTube.
Here, here.
Okay, cheers, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers to Erica.
233.
I love you, family. Awesome time.